Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing mermaid nails. I'm going to be designing 3 different mermaid tails. So if you want to work with me or just watch, I'll catch you on the other side.
Give it to me like
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing another nail art swatch series video. So this is going to be number 2. Like I introduced, I'm going to be doing 3 different designs, 3 different variations of a mermaid tail. And I'm going to be using a few different brands to achieve the 3 different looks. So I'm going to be using a little bit of Madame GLAM. That's not the color I'm starting with, but I'm going to be using some Beetles gel polish. And then for the blue, I'm actually going to be using this Rosalind color. It's a beautiful sparkly blue shimmer. It's really pretty, and I thought it would work perfect for one of the mermaid tails. So we're going to do a variation. We're going to do, I'm going to do a black for the first one. I'm going to do a white variation, and then I'm going to do a blue. So for my first design, I'm going to use the Perfect Black. I'm also going to use the glittering matte top coat. And that's what we're going to do the scales over. But to start, I'm going to buff up these nails. I'm going to cleanse them. And then we'll come back to do our base coat. And I'm going to use Beetles for the base gel on all these nails. So we're going to start now with the Perfect Black. So I'm going to do 1 coat of the Perfect Black. I'm going to cure, and then I'm going to do the Scorpio top coat. So it's going to be a matte top coat so that it's a little bit of a drier, smoother surface to paint our scales. So let's just come out of the lamp. And now we're going to do 1 coat of the black. Okay, so once that's cured and out of the lamp, I'm going to use this that glitter top coat on top of the black, and then I'm going to use the Perfect White to draw my scales on the first one. So you're going to need a liner brush, and a shorter one is better because you have more control with it. But let's get into this beautiful matte top coat quickly. Okay, so we're going to start with the Perfect White. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this white on my palette here. This is a very bright white. I really shouldn't have gone with this, but you work and you learn. So I'm just putting a little bit on my palette. My nail has come out of the lamp, so I've got that matte Scorpio top coat there. And you see my first mistake right there. You see that there was a blob of gel on the tip of my liner brush. That's not what you want. You want it to be perfectly saturated all throughout so that you can do perfect as possible when you're drawing the scales. And I'm just sort of looping them. Like I found my center point, I did my first loops, and then everyone underneath I'm connecting from middle loop to the next middle loop. And any spots that I miss, I will go back and sort of clean up. But this was a very tedious process. To do this on all nails would definitely take some time. So just keep that in mind if you're doing a whole set with these. But the more I did it, the better I got. So let's just finish this up, and then we are going to cure in between and go on to the next step. Okay, so it's cured out of the lamp. You can see how bright that white is. I don't know. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was too bright at first. So I'm going in with my Scorpio matte top coat. So it's going to add a little bit of that sort of glitter just to tone down that white. And when I was finished with this, I also wasn't happy with it. Looking back at it now, I actually like it. I like it better than what I ended up doing. But we'll get into that. So I kind of think I should have left it like this. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I have left it just like this, cured and then top coated, or what I ended up doing? So let's so that's cured. That's what it looks like out of the lamp. I would have gone over with a shiny top. But instead, what I decided to do was do a premix of like a black, which I'm going to do right here, to tone this down a little bit. So I'm going to play through this, and let me know what you think, if you liked it before or after.
The trap is sprung.
So there she is out of the lamp, and that's the final. And now let's do our white mermaid tail. So for this nail, I decided to use A454, which is the Beetles White. And then once it comes out of the lamp, we're going to matte it with the Beetles Matte Top Coat right here. I just tried to keep the brands as consistent with each other as possible. And then once we're done here, we're going to cure again. And then for the scales on this one, I am going to use that premix that I did. So I used the Perfect Black, and I used the No Wipe top coat, and I've mixed those together already. So that's what I used as that on the first nail. So this is what we're going to use for the scales on this one. So I'm not sure if you could tell, but I sped that up, and it was as if I was doing it slowly. So this process for me took a while, especially because it's like a stiletto nail. I think that might have had something to do with it too. Just making sure that I could get every sort of loop point up to the middle of the loop before, or the loops before. It's actually really hard to explain. The other thing I found was this premix. The matte top coat, the Beetles matte, was not that great to work on. It was almost sliding a little too much. I did have to do a bit of cleanup just to sort of perfect the scales as much as possible. And some of the areas where like the lines didn't fully get painted on, I did go over them. And then another thing I started to do here was I just didn't like that there was no border. I don't know why, but I feel like I should have done this on all of them. So I just wanted to top the cuticle area, just do a line, just to see if that made a difference in the look to me. And it kind of did. I liked it. So I feel like I should have done this on some of the other ones. Even maybe just doing a whole border around the nail. I think that would have looked pretty cool too. So I'm just going to finish this up here, and then I'm going to cure. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over with a shimmer Beetles gel polish. So that's it out of the lamp. And that's the comparison so far with the first one to the second one. And that's our second nail cured out of the lamp after that shimmer polish was put on top of it. So that one was A455, and it's got some colored sparkles in there, so it gives a little bit of a shimmer effect for my mermaid tail. So now I am top coating with the Beetles top coat. And then we are going to cure that. And then we'll be able to move on to our third design, which is going to be our blue. There is our second mermaid tail out of the lamp. And again, so those are the first two. I don't know. Let me know which one you like best so far. So now we're moving on to number 3. We're going to start with that Rosalind blue shimmer. We've already got our base coat on. But just take a look at this. Not only does it look amazing just with the blue, but wait till the top coat comes on this. Okay, so cured out of the lamp. We did one coat of the blue shimmer, cured. Now I'm going to go in with the Scorpio matte top coat and just watch what happens to this beautiful color. All right, so that is curing. Now for this one, I decided to go with a little bit of a lighter white. So I'm using the Beetles White with my liner brush, and I'm gonna do the mermaid scales with this instead. And just look how beautiful that looks with that top coat. So I could have left it matte. I mean, you could leave this top coat matte, you could make it shiny on top. I'm gonna do all of these shiny. Let's go through this process again. So do you see what I did here is I started to flare out with my brush before, sort of like season it so that it was getting saturated with like the perfect amount of gel. And I found that my line work or my artwork was just a little more precise this way, and I didn't have to go over it as much afterwards. So I'm going to complete this all the way down the nail. And then we're going to top again with a shimmer top coat. Okay, so we cured, it was out of the lamp, and now we're going over with that Scorpio matte top coat, again to tone down the white. So even though it's not as bright, I'm still trying to get some shimmer effect into that line work. This one actually ends up being my favorite, I think. And, you know, I was even contemplating, should I take that blue color and make it into like a sort of a more translucent blue and add some top coat and paint it over top again, like I did with the black one, but I didn't want to ruin it, so I just let it be. So that's cured out of the lamp, and now we're going to finish with a no wipe shiny top coat, and then we'll come back and take a look at all three finished. Okay. Eek! All right, so these are the three done. We got the black. We got our white one. So I always do this because it gives a little bit of a different effect. You kind of see what it looks like on the hand. This one's my favorite. This is hands down my favorite. And I'm not sure if it would have made a difference had I done that jelly top, you know, first. It would sort of would have looked like this, more like this. This I like darker, but again, looking back at the footage, seeing that the scale is a little bit brighter with the white, I like that too. I might have even liked it better than the dark, but I really wanted to get, you know, a contrast between these three. So there you have it. There's the three again, just a different angle. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know what you would have done differently. And I'll see you again next time.